architect JP Espino. Architect JP is a licensed architect, an ex-OFW that shifted to freelance career. She fondly calls herself as the digital architect, where she now works full time as a freelancer on Fiverr.com. She enjoys the freedom of working at home or practically anywhere in the world, and that's what she loves the most, while creating marvelous architectural projects. Imagine that. It's the best of both worlds, says architect JP. She now has the whole world as her client in the comforts of her own home. So, without further ado, I want to let you know that I attended, I think, one of her first workshop also. This is me telling you that I really could try to connect with my guest speakers, because if I felt that I was, I got value, and I was given so many things at the time that I attended some learnings, or in their meetups. I really try my best to share it to others. So with that said, I want to introduce you to one of the speakers that I've met for like some years ago, and still I try to connect with her for some consultation. Architect JP Espino. Hi,
Thank you,
architect.
Sylvia. Hello. Yes, we met in my first Fiverr workshop. I think that was 2 years ago at least. And at that time, I was teaching other freelancers on how to earn online through Fiverr. But from that time, I already transitioned to now what I call the digital architect, which is mostly teaching professionals, specifically architects, on how to transition online or how to shift to virtual operations. So thank you again, Celia, for introducing me, and thank you very much for inviting me to be part of Freedom Summit Global Part Two. I was part of the Freedom Summit Global on the first year, but only on the backstage. And I thank you for letting me be now in front of the camera and in front of everybody else to share what I know and to share everybody whatever value that I can give or share to you guys. So, thank you again. And salamat at binabati ko po lahat ng Pilipino. Happy Independence Day. Everybody, every Filipinos in the Philippines or wherever you are in around the world in Asia, I just like to greet you all happy Independence Day. So, thank you again. And can we shift to my deck? Okay. So, okay. Before I present to you what is or how professionals can shift to virtual operations, I just like to show you or introduce myself. I would like you to get to know me. I'm an architect. I'm a freelancer. I'm a digital nomad. That's why they invited me to be part of the Freedom Summit Global, because like everybody else in this presentation or Freedom Summit, we are all digital nomads everywhere in the world, but we can still continue giving value, continuing our business, continuing our services or whatever we are offering the people out there. And I am also the founder of Fiverr Freelancers Philippines. That's how me and Talia met. Fiverr Freelancers Philippines is a community that helps Filipino freelancers on Fiverr on how they will be able to start earning online, being on this freelancer platform by offering their services, offering their gigs, starting from $5 up to thousands of dollars that can be very beneficial for them to support their families. I am also the CEO of the Digital Architect Inc., which is a design and construction firm that offers our services in the Philippines. Principal architect for the Digital Architectural Office. So that's why the company's name, the Digital Architect, because yeah, I am an architect. So there. So, just like Celia, she already mentioned that we've met a few years ago, and she already mentioned her story that some time ago she was also working abroad, and sometime a few years ago, while abroad, she was also having some problems and was not very, she has to go through some difficult time because of her employer or because of her of her profession at that time. So the same thing happened to me. When I was working abroad, I also had a problem with my employer, and it's the exact same thing that happens to both of us. Maybe that's why we resonate with each other, we connected, we relate to each other because whatever happened to her happened to me. For me, years ago, I was working as an architect in a construction firm abroad, and my employer was having some financial problems, and because of that I was not able to he was not able to pay me my salaries for a whole year. A whole year, imagine, for a whole year I was working but I wasn't getting paid. So that's the failure, or the problem, the struggle that I had to went through. But I bounced back by going online, by being a freelancer, and that's how I discovered Fiverr.com. So from Fiverr.com, I created my profile and I started earning online. I think after 3 days um, of creating my profile, I already earned about $25. And from there, that continued for a few more years. I think 2 or 3 more years by offering my services as an architect, as a designer, as a I was doing drafting works, I was doing animation, I was doing 3D modeling, and I was earning dollars. So even if I went through a problem that I wasn't getting paid, after that journey, I went back to the Philippines. I only equipped with what I know, only equipped with Fiverr.com, and from there I started to bounce back and stand up, and I was earning real money, real good money, dollars. So that's why I came to think of, I wish that I could help other Filipinos to know this as well, to get to know how they can earn online, and that's how I started Fiverr Freelancers Philippines. So I started with this part. As you can see on the left part, that was the first Fiverr, how to start earning on Fiverr workshop. And this is where I met Celia. As you can see in this first presentation, or in this first workshop, there was only a handful of people who are actually listening to me, who actually you know took attention, got my attention, and actually went there to listen to me. Just a handful, probably less than 10 people. From that, I transitioned to this, which is on the right side. This is a workshop, what I call the Digital Architect Workshop. I was invited by universities in Visayas, Eastern Visayas State University. In this workshop, I'm already presenting to 300 people. So from about 3 people on the first workshop for Fiverr, when I transitioned to teaching digital marketing to architects, now I have at least hundreds of audience that listens to me. So this is just a clear indication that whatever struggle that you went through, whatever failures that you went through, or what you think, or what other people think as failure, you can still bounce back. So a lot of us is in a difficult situation right now because of the pandemic, because of the quarantine, because probably you have to stop working, or you have to, or your company has to stop operating, and we are in a difficult position as of the moment. But I just like to tell you, and I'd like to inspire you guys, that we can still bounce back. We can still stand up again, and just continue being who you are. Just continue providing value. Just continue showing other people what you can do for them, or what you can offer. We can still stand up back again and bounce back to our to more opportunities. So from that, from 3 people to 300, now I also conduct seminars, online seminars. I was invited by United Architects of the Philippines, which is the main organization for all the architects in the Philippines. That means my that means my audience is now more wider. My audience is now more focused to architects. And from the three people who were listening to me in Fiverr workshop, I moved to the digital architect workshop with 300 audience. Now, the main organization, United Architects of the Philippines, already tapped me to be one of their speakers, which was attended by thousands of architects. So from 3 to 300, now thousands. I think that was attended by at least 1,600 people. So, but why? The question is why? Why are architects, at least for my organization, why does professionals from three, then 300, then 1,000 is listening to me? Because I am sharing to them what digital marketing can do for professionals. So in the first part of this presentation, I introduced to you who I am. I'm an architect, and I didn't have to go far on what I can offer. I stayed true to who I am. I stayed true to my profession. I stayed true to what I believe in, to my advocacies, and just offer the world, everybody, who would allow me to share whatever I can share to them by giving a value, by teaching them digital marketing. Why do I teach digital marketing? I teach digital marketing because it has a lot of benefits. It is something that I use to actually promote my business, to get more clients, and to spread more awareness for my advocacy. And that's what I want to share with you guys. So these are just a few of the benefits of going digital. In the digital architect workshop, this is specific to architects, but it is the same mindset. I just like to tell everybody that by going digital, there is a lot of opportunities for us to get to be exposed to because of these benefits. So the first benefit is that if you go digital, if you are on a virtual operations, just like what my company is. So the first benefit of going digital is that I am location independent. That means that I don't have to be in an office. I don't have to be in a certain cubicle to do my business. I'm here right now in my home because we are all quarantined, and I am still continuing doing business. And my projects are still ongoing. My whole team are still working. So that alone tells us that being location independent is one of the first benefits of going digital, and it's a very powerful one. If there is no quarantine, I'd probably be in a traveling somewhere else because that's what we love doing. We love to go travel to go to a lot of other places, and we can still continue doing my services. We can still continue promoting my business. So being location independent is a very powerful benefit of going digital. That's why even if you are a professional like me, an architect, you can still continue servicing your clients. So let's proceed to second benefit of going digital. Okay, I think this is one thing that people would love to know, that being digital, being in a virtual office has a low operations cost. Why? If you have a virtual company, just like mine, all you need is the internet. If you are in a traditional company, then you will have to pay for rent. You'll probably have to hire more people. You have to hire a lot of other personnel. But being digital, you can grow your company into probably 3 employees to 50 employees to 100 employees and still not add cost to that. All you have to all you have to pay for is the internet. And as long as your employees or your personnel or your staff also has internet, then you can continue working. So if it's low cost, you don't have to pay rent. You don't have to pay monthly salary. But of course, we will have to deal more on how we pay our personnel on the next benefits. So that's a very big cost efficiency if you have a virtual office compared to a traditional one. So let's proceed to third benefit. So I already touched on this on the second benefit. Third is that you consider or you have your team. I call them my team rather than employees. You will have your team as a partner instead of an employee. On a virtual office setup, I don't have an employee in the sense that I don't have to pay them on a per hour basis or per monthly basis. I pay them as a per contract. So there are my whatever they are servicing for me, whatever they are doing for my company is on a per contract, meaning technically they are running their own agency or maybe they are running their own company. In that sense, if they are my partner, then they would also think that if they do well, if they have if their output is very good, then both of us will be serving the clients more, or will be serving the clients better. And for me, that's a better scenario that you have your teammates rather than employees, because both of you or all of you um will have the same goal, will have the same mindset that you have to provide value because you are all running separate businesses. So in a virtual office, instead of you being the boss, it's you and with the rest of the team working together with a common goal. So that for me is a very good way to have instilled a mindset to your teammates rather than having them as subordinates, right? So next, if you are on a virtual office, meaning you have a very good digital presence. If you have digital presence, like the rest of the other speakers before me, they have a website. They're using digital marketing. They are using social media marketing. That means they are producing a lot of content as well. And if you are producing a lot of content, you are showing more value of you, of your company, of your team, of your productivity, then more and more people will see. And of course, every time you put out a content out there, that's actually free marketing for you. And of course, if you have free marketing, that's your chance to actually expand your business and to show more of what you can do to your clients, therefore attracting your clients, right? And this is the best part and very obvious, especially now. Okay, if you are in a virtual operations, going digital, now in a pandemic, in this global recession, I don't want to call it recession because I believe that this is just temporary. We can all bounce back, but everybody's experiencing this. But even if everybody is experiencing the pandemic, we all have to stay at home. We all have to probably lie low with our business. Being in a virtual office, being digital, didn't stop me to continue with my office. Didn't stop me from continue servicing my clients. That is a very good indication that going digital is the way to go, especially on this time. Being in a virtual office, we are business as usual, 100% operations. So this is the best option for us to go if you would like to continue earning money, if you would like to continue with your operations. Okay, these are just some of the virtual professionals. So don't think that it's just me. It's only me, the digital architect, that can do this. If you just search on your internet, you can see this. Like this is the first. This is a virtual doctor website. or a virtual consultancy for doctors. The next one, virtual lawyers. Next, actually, I have another slide for that, but there are a lot of other virtual professionals who are actually doing this. This is not a new thing, but if you can still start to put your company out there, put your branding out there, and then start promoting your business digitally, this will really help you, especially now in this situation. So I just like to tell you guys that now more than ever is the best time for you to transition to virtual operations. This is the best way to go. This is what we can do. We cannot just say that there's nothing that we can do. There's a problem. There's a sickness. There's a pandemic. There's always something that we can do. And for me, the best time to go digital is right now because everybody's online, everybody's on their social media, everybody's on their phones. So if you put yourself out there, if you put your company out there, you have more opportunity to actually expand it and make it explode and make people see what you can give them, to make people see your value. So again, there are a lot of other opportunities on doing business online, as I have told you. And so this is the end of my presentation. I just like to thank Freedom Summit Global and the rest of the community who are watching me now all over the world. I am Architect JP Espino, the digital architect. You may follow me on my social media accounts, which is posted on the screen. And I would also like to take this opportunity to tell all the architects in the Philippines that I am coming out with a book that's entitled The Business of Architecture Online, How to Plan, Build, and Market Your Architectural Business in the Digital Age. So as I've told you, this is the best time to do that. This is the best time to start your company. This is the best time to transition to the digital platform. And I will show you step by step on how you can do that by having this book, by reading my book, Business Architecture Online, How to Plan, Build, and Market Your Architectural Business in the Digital Age. So again, thank you very much, everybody. And Celia, do you have any questions for me? Oh, you may also reserve the book by going to bit.ly/TDA book. So all the architects in the Philippines, or even if you're not in the Philippines, this is something that you would like to have, so that you will have a step-by-step guide on how you can transition your architectural business to the digital platform.
Okay, thank you, Architect JP. Yeah, that was a cool story about how you were able to bounce back. Yeah, we have a similar story. I think most of us, former expats, have experienced some glitches in our careers, but we were able to rise above it. And I just want to, because I got interested with your talk maybe some years ago about Fiverr. Can you let us know how we can learn? How can we be part of something like that? Like I know that if you have a skill, you can get a gig or whatever. Like how is there anything that they should fill up, or can somebody guide them? Can you help us with Fiverr.com, Architect JP?
Okay, so if you want to start your freelance career on Fiverr.com specifically, all you have to do is just go to Fiverr.com and create a profile. It's very easy. It's like creating a Facebook profile. After you create a profile, then you will have to create a gig. A gig is something, it could be a service or your product that you would like to offer. So when you posted a gig, it's the clients who will actually go to you, send you a message, and then check what you can do for them. So unlike other freelance platforms, which is the other way around, that you have to apply, with Fiverr.com, you just have to post what you can do, and your clients will be the one to come to you. So I think for me, it's easier But of course, it has a very competitive market right now. But if you need to have, of course, again, step-by-step guide, if you need a step-by-step guide to actually start your career in Fiverr.com, you can go to Fiverr Freelancers Philippines. It's a Facebook community that I started, and I already posted some tips, videos on how you can start there as well.
Okay. Thank you, Architect JP.